The origin of Scott, a surprising story. Scott was not born in the world of bicycles. Curious, isn't it? Its story began in 1958 when a visionary engineer named Ed Scott decided to revolutionize skiing. Until then, ski poles were heavy and inefficient, made of bamboo or steel. But Ed, who was passionate about innovation, thought differently and created the first aluminum poles, which quickly became a success. This invention put Scott on the radar of the sports world as a brand synonymous with innovation and performance. In the following decades, the company expanded its horizons, always seeking new technologies to improve athletes' performance. It was only in 1986 that Scott entered the cycling market, but its arrival was far from discreet. In 1989, the brand introduced an accessory that changed the game forever: the clip-on aerodynamic handlebar. This revolutionary design was used by Greg LeMond in the Tour de France that year and helped him win the race by just 8 seconds, the smallest margin in the history of the race at the time. From that moment on, Scott made it clear that it was in cycling to stay, bringing innovations that redefined the concept of performance on two wheels. Now, stop for a moment and think. What makes a brand legendary? Is it the ability to innovate, the pursuit of perfection, or is it the impact it makes on the lives of cyclists? Comment below what, in your opinion, makes a bicycle brand truly unforgettable. The innovations that transform cycling. If there's one thing that defines Scott, it's its constant search for evolution. Since its entry into the market, the brand has never stopped investing in technology to deliver lighter, faster, and more efficient bicycles. In 1991, it launched the Unishock, one of the first suspensions for mountain bikes, paving the way for a new level of comfort and control. But the real revolution came in 2003 with the launch of the Scott Genius, the first MTB equipped with an adjustable suspension system, allowing the cyclist to change the shock travel according to the terrain. This completely changed the way athletes approached the trails, bringing more versatility and safety. In 2007, the brand shocked the world by introducing the Scott Addict, one of the lightest road frames on the planet, weighing just 790 grams. To give you an idea, that was practically the weight of a full bottle of water. This innovation became a turning point in road cycling, influencing several other brands to seek out more advanced materials and more aerodynamic designs. Now, imagine a bike that can adapt to any situation, whether it's an aggressive downhill or a steep climb. This was the promise of the Scott Spark, one of the most successful full suspension bikes in history. Launched in 2016 and used by legendary athletes like Nino Schurter. Have you ever had the chance to ride a Scott Spark? What was your experience like? Leave your comment here so we can exchange ideas. Scott's most iconic models. Now that we've talked about the innovations that marked an era, let's take a look at the models that made Scott a world reference. If you're thinking about investing in a bike from the brand, now's the time to pay attention. Among Scott's most iconic bikes, we have Scott Scale, one of the lightest and fastest hardtails in the world, perfect for cross-country competitions. Scott Spark, Nino Schurter's machine, dominating trails with its full suspension. Scott Addict RC, the pinnacle of performance in road cycling, made for those seeking extreme speed. Scott Foil, one of the most aerodynamic bikes on the market, ideal for high-level competitions. Scott Gambler, designed for downhill. This bike is pure performance for those seeking adrenaline on the most radical descents. Each of these bikes was designed for a specific purpose. But what about you? Which of these bikes would you choose for your adventures? Comment below which Scott model best suits your cycling style. Scott in competitions, a legacy of victories. Scott not only creates high-tech bicycles, but is also deeply involved in the competitive scene. Great athletes have chosen the brand to reach the top of the podium. And among them, Nino Schurter, one of the greatest mountain bikers of all time, stands out. With his Scott Spark, he won world titles and even Olympic gold, proving that the brand delivers bicycles worthy of champions. In road cycling, Scott also has a strong presence, sponsoring high-level teams such as Team DSM Firmenich, which competes in the biggest races on the world circuit. This partnership results in a constant refinement of the bicycles, ensuring that the models available to the public are as advanced as those used by professionals. Now think with me. If these athletes trust Scott to win world championships, could it also be the right choice for you? What do you value most in a bicycle? Lightness, resistance, comfort, or speed? Leave your opinion in the comments. Is it worth buying a Scott? After all that we have said, we come to the big question. Is it worth investing in a Scott or not? The answer depends on what you are looking for in a bike. If your goal is to have high-performance equipment, made with the best technologies available and approved by the greatest cyclists in the world, then yes, a Scott can be a great investment. However, its price is high, and this can be a deciding factor for many cyclists. So, after everything we've talked about, it's clear Scott's impact on the world of cycling, isn't it? From its origins in skiing to becoming a reference in technology and innovation on two wheels, the brand has built an impressive legacy. Whether on the most challenging trails or the fastest roads, Scott always delivers the best in performance, design, and reliability. But now I want to know from you, which Scott model best suits your riding style? Have you had the chance to test one? Comment below and share your experience with us. If this video helped you learn more about Scott, leave a like to support the channel. This helps us continue to bring you incredible content about the world of MTB and cycling. And if you're not a subscriber yet, subscribe now and activate the bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. Here at Epic MTB Tours, we live and breathe adventure on two wheels, and you're part of this journey with us. Oh, and if you know someone who is thinking about investing in a Scott, share this video. Who knows? Maybe you can help a friend choose the bike of their dreams. See you in the next video.